Hi there, this is Nova. Welcome to the tip of the month for March 2016. I'd like to visit with you today about your stop motion knob not stopping the motion when you try to release it and wind a bobbin. This is a very common problem with the Singer Featherweight, and there are typically about 4 causes that can create this issue. The first cause is that someone has disassembled this whole thing in here and they've not reassembled it correctly. And so that can cause the problem. I'll show you that and how to correct that. The second cause of that problem is that after 60, 70 years, which is how old these machines are, lint, dust, and dirt have built up in here. They've accumulated in the threads back in here, and they are causing too much friction, so it doesn't stop the motion. And then the same threads could also be dry. They just need to be oiled. That's another cause of that problem. The fourth issue is not quite so simple. It's that there is damage inside here to these threads. So let's look at the easy part first. What should happen is when you release this knob, and you do that by holding the hand wheel and you rotate it towards you, that should stop the motion of the machine so that you can wind a bobbin. Of course, to wind a bobbin, you engage the bobbin winder wheel with the belt. When you release this and rotate it towards you, it should stop the motion. This machine, you can tell as I'm rotating that toward me, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes the motion stops. You can see here on the thread uptake lever back here on the back that sometimes it goes up and down, sometimes it doesn't. When this is released to wind a bobbin, this should not move up and down. So let's disassemble this and see what we're looking at inside here. This machine I've been working on for a couple of days, and it had just an incredible amount of nasty old oil built up all inside it, so much that it was running out of the base of it. So I'm not sure what to find. Okay, now this washer here is called the stop. This is the stop motion knob. The silver knob is the stop motion knob. This washer is the stop motion washer. And as I mentioned before, one of the typical things that can cause the issue is if this washer is inserted incorrectly. You see these ears that protrude out on the inside of this washer? Those must be sticking out. So this is correct. The way this one looks is correct. Those are sticking out toward the outside of the machine, and that is the correct assembly. Incorrect, and actually it's much more intuitive, is for this to be on the inside like that, but it doesn't stop anything. There's nothing there to stop the motion. So this way, with these ears on the inside, is incorrect. And you can see how much old nasty oil this had all over it. So I'm going to clean that since I've got it taken apart. Now these threads in here are where the problem typically occurs. Inside there can be dirt, lint, dust, etc., from all of the years that these machines have been functioning for us. So the best thing to do is to rinse that out with kerosene. And I've got my syringe of kerosene, and I'm going to rinse that. Clean that up. You never want to put any paper toweling or any kind of, I'm wiping away cat hair here. I don't think you can see that in the video, but I'm actually wiping away cat hair. You never want to put a cotton swab or paper toweling or anything like that inside there. It'll get caught in the fibers from those will get caught in those threads, and you will have an even larger mess. I am cleaning the back side of this very carefully, and again, you don't want to put a cotton swab on these threads on the stop motion knob for the exact same reason. But you can tell how dirty this is. Look at everything that I'm getting off of this. Once this is clean, I will oil it and reassemble it. And that should stop the motion. And I'll show you one other trick to help you stop the motion once I get it reassembled. I'm going to rinse this out one more time. Let's see if I can rotate this around. I'm going to rinse that out one more time. And again, I want to avoid getting anything in there that's going to create more lint and more friction inside there. Okay. All right, this is all nice and clean now. I'm going to put this back together. I'm going to put a drop of oil on those threads, and then I'm going to put screw the stop motion knob back in place. You'll notice that again, I'm going to point it out to you, the ears on this are pointing out. Okay, tighten the screw back down. And you notice when I went to disassemble this, I didn't have to remove the screw, I just had to loosen it. Tighten that down. It's actually that back side of that screw that hits the washer and stops the motion. Okay, I have cleaned it and oiled it, and I still have some motion going on over here in the thread take-up lever. So the machine is not plugged in. I'm just simply going to hold this thread uptake lever with my finger and cause the mechanism to work. What I'm doing by doing this is I am cleaning out those threads. I'm forcing them to work, and I'm removing some of the lint and goo that's built up in there after I have cleaned it with kerosene and oiled it. So it may take several times, and again it just went one time there, but if you'll catch that and hold it and force it to go, you can eventually work some of that out to where you don't have quite so much motion. My 1946 that I sew on all the time, it was very, very bad. I think there was actually quite a bit of damage to those threads inside there, and it's taken me about a year, but I've almost got the motion to stop. So what I've done is I've been working on cleaning those threads and causing those threads to remesh inside that mechanism. I hope this is helpful to you. Please make sure that you don't ever catch this thread uptake lever while the machine is plugged in or running. That could cause you to lose a finger, and we don't want that to happen for sure. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and happy stitching.